Alrighty, good morning everybody. We are in Ephesians 6 in the New Testament, roughly page 1141 in the scriptures. And you know, boys and gerbils, this is going to be a pretty quick video. We probably should have tacked Ephesians 6 onto the end of the Ephesians 5 video that we did, but we didn't. So here we go. This is the last of the epistle to the church at Ephesus, as written by Shaul of Tarsus, also known as the Apostle Paul. By the way, there's no clear definition, there's no clear information on when or how Paul became Paul. It's not like when Jacob became Israel in the Bible. Yeshua himself refers to him as Shaul. So, you know, Shaul, why do you kick against the goads? So, he didn't say Paul. He said Shaul. But anyway, I digress. My point here is there was a at the time there was like a Roman hero of the day named Paulus, and it's possible that there's some overlap there, some biblical shenaniganry. But Ephesians 6, children, obey your parents in the master, for this is right. Respect your father and mother, which is the first command with promise, in order that it might be well with you and you might live long on the earth, which is Exodus 20 and Deuteronomy 5. And you, fathers, do not provoke your children, but bring them up in the instruction and admonition of the master, which is also that's Deuteronomy 6. Servants, obey your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in sincerity of heart as to Messiah, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as servants of Messiah, doing the desire of Elohim from the inner self, rendering service with pleasure as to the master and not to men, knowing that whatever good anyone does, he shall receive the same from the master, whether he is slave or free. And masters, do the same to them, refraining from threatening, knowing that your own master also is in the heavens, and there is no partiality with him. This is literal Torah. This is literally Torah in Deuteronomy, I believe it is. It talks about what do you do if you have slaves. And I've talked about this before. I hate the idea of one human being owned by another human being. There are more slaves in the world today than there have ever been. It's terrible. I really don't want to jump into that rabbit hole, but it's terrible. There are open-air slave markets in the world today that we know of and we just turn a blind eye to. There's a Torah for a law and instruction for if you have people under your care in that manner, and that's what it is per the Torah, under your care. This is how you treat them. This is when you free them, so forth and so on. But all in all, again, being completely honest, I hate the idea of one human being owning another. I'm not at all interested in it. Verse 10, for the rest, my brothers, be strong in the master and in the mightiness of his strength. And everybody loves these lines. Put on the complete armor of Elohim, for you to have power to stand against the schemes of the devil. Because we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against authorities, against the world rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual matters of wickedness in the heavenlies. Because of this, take up the complete armor of Elohim, so that you have power to withstand in the wicked day, and having done all, to stand. Stand then, having girded your waist with truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having fitted your feet with the preparation of the good news of peace. Above all, having taken up the shield of belief, which you shall have power to quench all burning arrows of the wicked one. Take also the helmet of deliverance and the sword of Spirit, which is the word of Elohim. praying at all times with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, watching in all perseverance and supplication for the set apart ones, the saints. Also for me, that a word might be given to me in the opening of my mouth, to be bold in making known the secret of the good news, for which I am an envoy in chains, that I might speak boldly as I should speak. Now, in order that you might know about me, how I am doing, Tychicus, a beloved brother and trustworthy servant of the Master, shall make all matters known to you, whom I did send to you for this same purpose, so that you know about us and might encourage your hearts. Peace to the brothers, and love with belief from Elohim the Father and the Master Yeshua Messiah. Favor be with all those who love our Master Yeshua Messiah undecayingly. Amen. And so, I could expound greatly upon Ephesians 6, but I'm not going to, because I'm not a pastor. I'm your brother Barrett. And a lot of pastors have made a lot of hay already out of Ephesians 6. And I believe if you're looking for more on this, to stand in righteousness and girding your waist with truth and putting on the breastplate of righteousness, Pastor Joe Fox at Shofar Mountain, I believe, has a video called To Stand or Stand. I would just search Shofar Mountain Stand and listen to that message, because it's a good one. And there are many other good ones as well. But putting on that complete armor of Elohim, staying armored up, staying covered by the Father. This is a covering of the Father. Being strong in the matter, in the Master, and the mightiness of His strength. Shaul talks over and over again about how the Father's strength fills the gaps in His weakness. And this is a literal covering. I mean, a helmet, a breastplate, a belt, sandals, all these are a covering. For what? For warfare, man. Because we fight not against flesh and blood, but against nations and principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. That's right, this spiritual warfare is a real thing. So, that's it. Ephesians 6. I appreciate y'all. Bless y'all. Shalom.